Already?
Yes.
Are we already recording?
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to Idle Film Club, your Brainwalk girlfriend's favourite film podcast. I'm Gio.
And I'm Callum.
And we are back.
We're back. It's good to be back behind the mic.
It really is.
I'm feeling good.
After about 1 million years.
If we told you about the year we'd had, you would kill yourselves on the spot and we'd lose all our listeners. So we're not going to do that. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but
yeah.
I hadn't had the emotional capacity to write, record.
Babe, you're forgetting research. It's also been the shittest year on record.
Yeah, it's bad. Everyone should listen to me on my podcast.
We're here to save the world.
We are.
Through nonsense.
Here I come to save the day.
What are we talking about today? Oh, welcome back, by the way. How are you feeling about restarting the podcast?
Nervous.
I'm really nervous. And also, we haven't set up these mics in ages.
We need to get the cobwebs off.
We do. It's weird. It's weird just speaking into a mic again. But we're back, and we've got 3 films to discuss.
New films.
3 films, all starring one main man.
Pedro Pascal.
Comrade Pascal.
It was a Pedro Pascal summer.
It was. He was in fucking everything. And we figured in, was it 1 month in the cinema, we'd seen him in these 3 films, all in the cinema.
Mad.
And it's like, who is this guy's agent? How much fucking money is this guy making?
You know, last time, ages ago, when we did, maybe it was our Halloween review, we spoke about how Giancarlo Esposito was just booked and busy. I feel like this summer, Pedro Pascal
is booked.
And he's good.
And he's good. We're calling this, the subtitle of this episode, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly.
You can decide which is your ugly. We can tell you which ours is, but you can make up your mind.
I'm making a case for the bad today, I think, if from a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
From a certain point of view.
Yeah.
A certain point of view?
It's not quite as ugly as the ugly, but we'll get there.
So fuck it, shall we stop talking in code and crack on with the episode? Enjoy, folks. Thanks for sticking around.
I don't like these movies.
Get real.
Dude, I saw that movie 20 goddamn times!
Just consume product. I watch my movies.
So much fun, man.
Oh, this movie's too complicated.
So, once again, no smoking in this theater.
You want to know how many inches?
So what's the first film in our Pedro Pascal season?
So we're starting with the good. And for the good, we have Fantastic Four First Steps.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
Yeah, we saw this in what seems like about 6 months ago.
Yeah, I don't know when it came out. I don't know what month we saw it in.
I think it was in August. I think that was a big August. But yeah, no, I really
It's been superhero summer. I know we did Pedro Pascal summer, and we spoke originally about sort of doing a double superhero joint with Superman, which we also surprisingly loved.
Yeah, I know. And we just want a full disclosure. We've had about 1 million ideas of episodes to come back on. We're like, yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, we're going to... And we have got 100 ideas now of things that we can
loads of stuff.
But one of them at one point was Superman, because we liked it that much. We were going to cover it on the pod.
Which, for 2 people that are rather ambivalent about I mean, if 2025 has taught me anything, it's that I actually do like superhero movies.
Really?
Yeah, I said in my letterbox review for Superman that the Joss Whedon, Zack Snyder years convinced me that I sort of hated superhero movies.
Yeah, really bleak times.
But I sort of...
When it was like cringe Marvel versus like dark
emo DC.
Horrible period to be alive. I remember seeing Batman versus Superman in the cinema and just actively falling asleep. Just like, I need to stop watching this right now.
And now we learn that we're not even special in the entire universe because there is Superman. There he is, an alien among us.
That was when I was like, fuck this. And I saw Age of Ultron and I remember thinking, fuck this. This is garbage. I'm not watching this anymore. I've watched Fight Club now. I think I'm a bit too grown for this.
I feel like I've always been into I've always been into the Fantastic Four generally. It was fun to see this in the cinema because I think you had the same. I saw Rise of the Silver Surfer for my birthday in the cinema when it came out.
I can't remember if I saw them in the cinemas. I may well have done, but I remember rinsing DVD copies that we had. I remember me and my sister watched Rise of the Silver Surfer a lot.
Why are you trying to destroy us?
I am not the destroyer.
So it's quite interesting. I've just done some history into the Fantastic Four because I thought I like it as a property and
it's cute.
It's a complex and interesting history,
sure.
especially in terms of like rights and distribution and things like that. So you've got, as of right now, 4 films in the Fantastic Four.
And who knows,
universe.
by the time this comes out, there might be another one.
Quite.
They might have rebooted it again.
So you've got 05 Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer was 07, Fantastic Four 2015.
Josh Trank. A Josh Trank joint.
And then the Fantastic Four first steps of 2025.
Yeah.
So you've got 10 years in between each of the attempted reboots.
Yeah.
With Silver Surfer just sort of
It's not as... They didn't move on as quickly as Spider-Man, I don't think.
No.
Like Spider-Man, I can't... When did Spider-Man 3 come out? Like 07? No, that's 2, right? I think it came out in 2009. I think it was 2009.
Yeah.
Because I was in Australia when it came out, folks. But that was when it was an early release. So I remember it being out in December of 2008. So I think it came out in 2009.
You best hope this is right.
I think it's right. I was not right. It was 2007. May 4th, to be exact. So, yeah, shows what I know. Stick around to hear more accurate facts and stuff. Thank you. Back to the programme.
So there's been quite a varied array of owners of the Fantastic Four property and just various different mergers, demergers, acquisitions and everything like that.
Just the wonderful world of superheroes.
Yeah, exactly. Corporate attempts to make money, corporate losses. It's all very wonderful stuff.
Because in the world we live in the system we've created for ourselves in terms of it's a big industry, you cannot lose money. You have to adhere to a very narrow line of commercialism.
Constantine Film bought the film rights in 1986 to the Fantastic Four property. And then subsequently, the Roger Corman movie was made in 1994. This was made on a $1 million budget to retain the rights to the property, and it was never intended to be distributed.
And they watch it on Best of the Worst.
Continuing on from Roger Corman, the beauty of movie making, guys. Making a cheap slot product to retain rights.
And if you go and watch that Best of the Worst episode by Red Light Media, you can sort of watch the movie.
I have no memory of that episode.
It's in a superhero one. It has Supergirl, Fantastic Four,
Supergirl,
and because it's an episode with Freddy they get on, I think.
Oh, right. That's probably why I haven't seen it.
Yeah. But if you go watch that, it's very interesting to watch. It looks terrible, but...
So... Constantine Film, after the Roger Corman fiasco, it wasn't a fiasco, but it just wasn't a thing. Constantine Film then decided to sub-license the rights to Fox in the late 90s, and all of that accumulated in us getting the Fantastic Four movie in 2005, starring Chris Evans and Jessica Alba, and the other two. Both of
Mamma mia!
But it's so
weird.
Wait,
who? So Johnny Storm is Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Who plays the Rock in that? The thing rather. The Rock Man.
I should have written this down.
Side note: I don't give a fuck about comic books or anything like that.
No.
So take everything with a pinch of salt that I say, because I know Jessica Alba's hot.
I like the Rock. I don't like Reed very much.
The Thing.
The Thing. I like him in that. His blind black wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. I think he's
got the
best
guy
part
from
about that movie.
What's that guy famous for? I know him from 101 Dalmatians.
Reed?
Yeah.
He's got a strange name. I should have.
He's in like some BBC drama, right? Like a Pride and Prejudice thing. I just remember my aunt being obsessed with that guy.
Ian Grufford?
Yeah.
Ioan. How do you pronounce that?
Ioane. Ian?
Ian?
Ewan. I think it's Ewan.
And then Michael Chiklis.
What do I know Michael Chiklis from?
Fantastic Four.
No, I like as a point of
Black Mafia Family. The Shield. Accused. Hotel Cocaine. You should be familiar with that one. Don't look up.
I love hotels. Oh, I don't know. I just know the name.
Hubie Halloween.
I love Hubie Halloween. That's so good.
Can
you look up what Ewan's
He's in The
please?
Simpsons. Gotham. Oh, Ewan. I was looking up Michael.
Yeah.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Horrible Bosses. He's Tony Blair in the hideous George W. Bush documentary by...
Oh, yeah, the documentary. I love that.
Shut up. Anyway, so that first Fantastic Four movie came out. Sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer, came just 2 years later. Just for reference, so Fantastic Four had $100 million budget, made $333.5 million. 5.7 on IMDb and a 28 Rotten Tomatoes. Rise of the Silver Surfer, also directed by Tim Story. 130,000.
130,000 budget.
And it made $301.9 million at the box office.
Ooh, that's kind of a whack.
Yeah, I mean, the first one is 2 hours and 5 minutes, which just frankly is far too long.
We rewatched that together.
We did, and we both, after about a month, were like, did we rewatch that? We did. It's so forgettable. Yeah,
it is. And the characters don't resonate.
No,
with you.
Chris Evans.
Nowhere near as much as,
this
spoiler alert, the new one.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Evans, I think, is wonderful. And I think Joseph Quinn is an excellent...
Joseph Quinn, well.
He's so good in that.
What? You are gonna be the best mom. Oh my God.
You are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. But we're gonna be the best uncles ever. Okay, we should eat.
It's the first I've never seen Stranger Things.
Awesome,
man. And I like Ben a lot. I think he's Ben Grimm. I think he's really great in that one.
He's in the
Sorry, I'm talking about the 05 one, but I also really like him in the new one as well. And basically, as you can imagine, Fox weren't happy with the box office results, and a third sequel and Silver Surfer spin-off was scrapped.
That's a shame.
RIP.
Yeah, they could have really stuck the landing.
Fox then attempted to reboot it in 2015 with Josh Trank at the helm. The Miles Teller movie, obviously everyone fucking hated it.
Notorious disaster.
Yeah, I watched this.
Yeah.
I watched this about 2 months ago in anticipation from when we first started thinking about recording this.
Again, not to just constantly shout out Red Letter Media, but the half in the bag on that is really good. Really good. If you want to look behind the scenes and sort of learn.
I would recommend that everyone watch this movie purely because very rarely do you see such nonsense.
Yeah, I haven't.
On screen.
I haven't seen it.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
There is no story. There is no plot. It's just scenes happening.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that Josh Trank wanted to kill himself.
Oh yeah, I remember the promo interviews and stuff where he clearly...
He disowned the movie, essentially. But from what I can tell, I think partially from watching that Red Letter Media, from watching the movie and sort of knowing a little bit about what went on.
And you can read between the lines.
Yeah, you can see studio... you can see it. It's obvious. Sure. And obviously you've got the Rooney Mara wig. Again, horrible. None of the casting it doesn't make sense. Yeah. It's terrible. Yeah. Miles Teller is not that guy. Reed Richards should be charming and suave.
Yeah, Miles Teller.
I like Miles Teller. I mean, I know a lot
because of his pizza face.
I know a lot of people don't like Miles Teller, but he's good in Whiplash. And again, he tries his best, but he's just not.
When was the last time you watched Whiplash?
5 or so years, I think.
I watched it so much when it came out.
Yeah.
And I have no desire to watch it now. I remember it just being awesome. Same with Birdman.
Yeah, I feel like
no real.
Birdman
it's sort
didn't
of cringe. It's a victim
me.
Of its own notoriety, isn't it?
Not by temper. But yeah, obviously there was plans for an X-Men spin-off and
what with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Again, that got tranked. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, whoa.
Doctor Doom is the top 5 greatest characters to ever come off of a comic book panel.
Then, to bring us up to date, 2019, Disney obviously acquired Fox, which is why Disney Plus has all the goated cartoons. And then meant that Marvel... Boycott, of course.
I'm going to watch Futurama on my DVD. Thank you very much. Before woke takes it away.
And then Marvel were obviously back in control.
Yeah, Marvel Studios.
And this obviously means that they have now joined Kevin Feige's Manchester comic book universe.
MCU.
So that
brings there's a little announcement at the end, and then you remember that you're not watching a film anymore.
Nah, that I will say that mid-credit, it's not a post-credit sequence, don't get it twisted, it's a mid-credit sequence. It is. I was like pointing at the screen but you just I know mid. That one. No, I didn't call it.
You said it was a mid-credit sequence, but I'm confused.
It actually, I was like...
Wait, what was
soy facing at the screen. Well, I'll get to it in my plots.
We'll circle back around.
So just to give you a little bit of insight, the Fantastic Four Josh Trank movie, 120 million cost to make. Do you want to know how much it made at the box office?
Go on.
167.9 million.
Fuck
so although yes, there is a net positive. There's a net positive in terms of the box office is higher than the actual budget, but by the time you factor in marketing and
for sure,
they marketed the shit out of that movie and they knew they had a disaster on their hands. It has a 4.3 on IMDb, a 1.3 on Letterboxd, and a 9% Rotten Tomatoes.
That is
really bad.
Really, really
Just
bad.
for context, Rise of the Silver Surfer has a higher Rotten Tomatoes than the original.
Really?
Yeah. And then obviously for the Fantastic Four First Steps, 200 million budget, which to be fair these days is pretty standard. Like 230 million is what the fucking Infinity War and that kind of shit.
Yeah, I was just trying to work out what in 2015, what was it going up against? Can I just have a look?
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I want to know something really fucked up about how bad August 2015 was. Fantastic Four was the third most. It was going up against War Room.
What?
The movie War Room.
War Room?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Never even heard of it.
Prayer is a powerful weapon. I think it's a Christian movie. And Straight Outta Compton.
Crazy motherfucker name.
So the only other 12 was Man from U.N.C.L.E., which ironically I saw at the cinema and didn't see Fantastic Four.
That's mad.
It was going against nothing. Oh, American Ultra was going on.
Oh, what a hit!
Yeah, woo, yeah.
Our great friend Max Landis.
Yeah, that's two goats.
Crazy. So, as I said, 200 million budget. It made 518.9 million at the box office. I don't think it made as much money as they wanted it to, but it did well. And it feels like we're in a real, again, a recession indicator. Mean movies are back. Everyone's going to the cinema.
Yeah,
it's
people
2009 again, baby.
People want to escape their reality for a bit and watch torture porn.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't torture porn, but it is a fun little
it's escapism.
retro future.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming? Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Okay, is this guy good or what?
So, Fantastic Four First Steps, 2025. Matt Shakman, Walt Disney, 12A, 1 hour and 54 minutes.
Walt Disney was involved. That explains all the swastikas.
Do you know the name Matt Shakman?
No.
Because I was like, God damn, I know that name from somewhere.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you where.
Is this the director?
Yeah, so he has quite a rap sheet.
Okay.
This was his first film since his directorial debut, Cutback, in 2014, starring John Malkovich.
Okay.
However, he is a prolific TV director.
Got you.
Including, but not limited to, and not limited to because I just couldn't be bothered to write them all out, various episodes of Succession, The Boys, Game of Thrones, The Good Wife, Fargo, Mad Men, New Girl, House, which we're watching at the moment, Ugly Betty, which I'm rewatching at the moment, and WandaVision. So WandaVision, people love that. So I really like that. I think that was his...
That did really well on the Funko Pop market.
It did. And I feel like that was the sort of... Obviously, he was working with Marvel by that point, but I'm guessing that's why. But most importantly, he has directed 43 episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And that is why you will know him. Because when I watched it the other day, I saw his name pop up and I was like, fuck, would you like to hear some of the episodes that he's directed?
Yeah, go on.
Mac and Charlie Die, Part 1.
Oh, God, really good.
Yeah, Paddy's Pub, the worst bar in Philadelphia.
Really
Sweet
good.
D has a heart attack. The Nightman Cometh.
Yeah.
D gives birth. Frank's Little Beauties. Sweet D gets audited. Antisocial Network. The gang dines out. Charlie Work. The gang goes on family fight. The gang goes to a water park. Wolf Cola, Public Relations Nightmare.
Whoa,
and that is just like, some of the
He's
episodes.
been directing that shit since like 2009.
Yeah,
right?
Mad. He has been like
Mac and Charlie Die is the finale to what, season 3, 2?
No, 4. I want to say.
Right.
I think.
God, how do homos fit all their stuff into a bandana? It doesn't make sense, man. We're gonna need like a towel or a tablecloth or something, but it's not gonna look cool. We're gonna look like assholes. Wait a second.
Yeah, madness. And he's obviously directed 43 episodes.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Everything up to season 12, I think. So he has been involved, and basically, what are their names? Benny Weissoff, the Game of Thrones guys.
Oh yeah, D&D. Benny Austin Wise.
P&P, more like.
P&P.
But they were in the episode The Gang Goes to a Water Park, and that's how he made the Game of Thrones connection, and that's how...
Got you, yeah, they're the attendants.
Yes, exactly. So, lot of twists. Everything is related. So yeah, crazy stuff. It's no wonder we liked this and found the sense of humour.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
But he said, I was reading sort of an interview and he was basically just like, I credit everything I've done to Sonny, essentially. He was like, it taught me comedy, it taught me like...
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I love this movie again.
I know! And I was like reading that and I was like, you are going to love it.
Yeah.
You are going to love it. I am. It's so good.
Oh God! Right, I've now got to read the plot of this. So I was doing this, and I was like, I hate this shit.
Feel free to skip the plot if you want. Everyone knows it's.
I think the thing is with this one, it is a bit different.
Okay.
It's not the Fantastic Four plot. I basically decided to like go through it, and as I was writing it. I'm not into superhero movies, so I was just like, my eyes are glazing over.
Yeah.
Like, I'm losing interest. I'm like, but the big space laser comes down and blows everything up. I'm going to read this. You interject if you have anything insightful to say. Set in a retro future in the year 1964 on Earth 828. The movie begins with a celebration of the 4th anniversary of the inception of the Fantastic Four after they gained superpowers from cosmic ray exposure during a mission in space.
Glad we didn't have to sit through that as like the opening again.
Yeah, and this did something really different. You didn't get
I liked where it started.
Yeah.
As soon as it started,
I don't need to see them going to the place, getting their powers. Well, I don't care.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom is notably absent from this. The Fantastic Four lineup consists of Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as his wife Sue Storm, and her own person. God, she's so fucking hot. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and I looked up how to say this, and I've already forgotten how to do it. Eben Moss Baccarat. I can't. I looked it up and I forgot to write it down. As Ben Grimm.
The guy from The Bear.
The guy from The Bear. I will insert how you actually say his name here.
I'm Eben Moss Backrack.
Since their rise to fame, the world has seen vast progression in technology through Reed's inventions, and Sue's Future Foundation has ushered in peace and demilitarization across most of the globe. Are you listening, guys?
Yeah.
Much like Superman, we got some allegorical superhero movies this year, and honestly, this is... Watching these two movies is
Bush
the most...
is back.
Yeah,
Bush
is back. We are in the end of times. Ben and Johnny have mostly just... Huh?
The president, not the pussy.
Yeah. Oh, we just watched Harold and Kumar 2 last night. Ben and Johnny have mostly just messed around during this time. They're just there for comedic relief. And
who cares? There's 4 characters. We're not going to get really deep into
But it's always been the case that Reed and Sue are the main guys, and then they just sort of pal around.
Yeah.
Reed and Sue discover after years of failed attempts that they are expecting a child.
Sweet.
She was actually pregnant, Vanessa Kirby, during some of the filming as well, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Good for her.
The fake pregnancy bump I actually decided to put kind of like heavy rice packets in the bump to try and make it feel real, because otherwise it can feel a bit light. And I realise now that this is not nearly as heavy as the one I was like carrying around the whole time. So I gave myself a bad backache for most of the film and actually didn't need to.
Another Dominator of the Year, Julia Garner, who was also in Weapons.
Yes.
And she was in another film that was coming up last time we went to the cinema. I don't remember what it was. She is the Silver Surfer. And
woke because she's a girl.
Silver Surfer. She descends on Earth to declare that Galactus has marked the Earth for destruction. Reed
Bloody
confirms...
good rep. Galactus.
Thinking, yeah, and you look like you've had a pot noodle and a wank, mate.
Reed confirms other planets have also been destroyed, and they track the Silver Surfer to a new planet whilst Galactus obliterates it.
Yeah,
Again,
get back to the kitchen.
yeah,
I want to
don't-
see them make
I
grilled
don't-
cheese in their kitchen or something.
Yeah.
Again.
The chemistry between them is really what sells the
It
movie,
is.
and the boring superhero space laser shit is just like...
It's
fine.
It's fine. For what it is, it's fine. I just hate it.
Same
so
with
much.
Superman, where I was like, oh, it was fine. You gotta do the adult. Like, you have to
you
have
have
that.
to just have.
You've got to have
shit
something for fat nerds to
babies
wank over.
And
like,
babies.
And babies.
Not
Stupid
wanking,
baby
but babies. Just need to jangle.
Separate
dangle
those
the
two.
car
They
keys.
are not related. The crew is captured and brought to Galactus, who said he can sense a vast cosmic power in the fetus. And this would relieve him of his hunger to eat planets, or whatever it is that he does.
Yeah.
And that is it. He just eats planets
Yeah.
because he's hungry. Galactus wages
Eats
not
a planet a week. He's voiced by the guy who's Chris Finn.
Yeah.
And in The Witch.
Yeah, he's fucking great. Chris...
He's in Game of Thrones.
What's
as
his
well.
name? Oh no, Chris Finch.
What is his name?
Ralph Ineson.
Ralph
He is
Ineson,
wonderful. He does he's not really in the movie much, but...
He does his voice.
Yeah, love it. I need him to be doing the witch voice at all times.
Yeah.
Though.
Thomason.
Galactus wages not obliterating Earth in exchange for Reed and Storm's child. The offer is refused and causes Sue to go into labour whilst they are escaping, which...
Yeah, high stakes. Like it. I like it. I'm engaged.
Yeah. Good for them. Some crazy space shit happens, but the TLDR is that they get back to Earth and Sue gives birth to her baby boy, Franklin.
Yes, and this
Cute
is what
name,
I
by
mean,
the way.
and it does it so well, the balance between... Because my problem with superhero movies is you sort of take a break from the characters while...
To blow up space
shit.
Yeah.
The stakes of her being pregnant, I thought were really, really good, and they sold it so well.
Well-
and I think her being pregnant at the time is a great way to channel that. Because...
My absolute favourite part about the movie is that baby boy is real.
Yeah.
You can see how heavy, like, they're holding him, and his weight is like, and again, with her being pregnant, like, she is carrying around another human in her. And when, like, they have the baby, like, you can see they're, like, shifting arms and, like, it's not... I know it wouldn't be a CGI baby, but, like, it could be. That's the thing. It literally could be, because it would be easier. It would be... But this child is such an integral part of the story that if you do that, you lose any connection to...
For sure.
There's not much that is real, and that's got to be one of them.
Well, but side note, sorry, Tessa thought that the dog in Superman could have been real. Just a side note, she was like, "Yeah, you just like get a fan and like hold it up and put him on a cave." He's like, he's zipping around and shit. Yeah, I didn't mind the CGI.
I did, but I also acknowledge that you can't. You can't have a real dog, so swings and roundabouts. A month passes, and Reed does a press conference to announce that rather than saving the entire Earth, they will save their son instead.
Oh yeah, again.
People don't like this.
Really?
No,
oh,
as
in
in,
the
like,
story.
in the story.
Oh yeah, obviously. But it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the sacrificial Jesus figure.
Yeah. Johnny and Ben just do little things. They usually just like potter around and make funny little comments and have like banter, and it's very cute.
It's good.
I also liked the design of the thing. I don't.
Yes.
I don't honestly. I think I
like
prefer
the design of everything.
I think I prefer Ben from the original. I can't lie.
That looks like a rubber suit, but it is good.
I like it.
Yeah. But I
They get the it's clobbering time joke as well. Oh, speaking of it's clobbering time, Josh Trank. I'm actually not saying Josh Trank. I'm saying the studio, because that one 100% was a studio thing. In the 2015 movie, you get a nice little scene where Ben's abusive brother goes like, it's clobbering time, and like beats the shit out of him, and it's like really shit.
Clobbering time.
But they make a joke in this, like something about that's just what they put in the adverts or something.
the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
Anyway, Johnny actually does have something important to do and finds, I can't exactly remember how they go about it, but he basically has vinyl records of these space transmissions.
Laser disc sort of shit.
Yeah, and again, this all plays into the like weird retro future thing. Wonderful. I can't say enough. Like the movie looks incredible.
Yeah.
Like even the stupid space laser stuff, it looks decent for a movie like that, but the best stuff is like the technology and just like, anyway, basically they have a little bit, she as in the Silver Surfer and Johnny have like, because he can fly in space.
Did you learn her pronouns? Did you ask her?
Shut up. She says something to him in her native language, like a parting gesture kind of thing. So he then takes that and then basically figures out how to speak her language through these like radio transmissions. And
yeah, don't think too much about it.
Yeah,
you don't need
it's
to.
It's a cute little.
Yeah, I like it. All that you need for those things, in my opinion, are cool set pieces, and I think it was cute and well done.
Yeah, so he creates a cipher to translate her language, and then during like the battle, they have a cute little exchange where he sort of speaks her language and stuff. And again, you can look into it more if you wish. It's a nice little
sure.
Basically, tensions start to rise as Galactus plans to eat the planet rather soon, and a panicked Sue takes Franklin to the anti-Fantastic Four protests that have been sort of increasingly loud, and she basically says that she will not sacrifice her child, but she also will not sacrifice Earth, and that they will find a solution.
I know what it's like to be part of a family that was torn apart. Our dad, he wasn't always a great father, but he wanted to be. He did his best. He wanted us to be together because that's what family is.
Basically, their solution is Reed's been developing this technology to transport items, which we see earlier in the film. He then decides to step it up a little bit and transport Earth to another solar system that they can basically hide from Galactus. Sue basically coordinates using her like political connections that everyone builds bridges across the world to basically facilitate this plan. Again, this is just like
I remember. I do recall this.
My eyes start to glaze over.
Yeah, my eyes were glazing over at this point.
The plan is underway, but the Silver Surfer returns and destroys all of the bridges, bar the sole remaining one in Times Square. She also shares...
And isn't the baby on there? Or is that not yet?
Yeah, so basically the plan is to put the baby in between the thing to lure Galactus out, and then we'll steal Franklin away at the last minute.
Why does he want the baby?
Because the baby can relieve him of his hunger to eat planets. Epic.
I would have just given the baby. I think solution-wise.
No, you're not a mother. You don't get it.
I don't get it.
Dipshit.
Missed the point.
It's about fighting for something bigger than yourself. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself.
We have learned about the Silver Surfer that she sacrificed herself in order to save her world from Galactus. So that's her humanity. She's confronted with transmissions from planets that she destroyed, or obviously assisted in destroying, and she remorsefully Silver Surfs away. The team plans to use Franklin as bait to lure Galactus and teleport him away. Galactus avoids the trap, and Sue uses her force field powers to push him into the big portal thing. But it's stopped by Shalabal, which is the Silver Surfer's real name, who finishes the job.
M. Night Shalabal.
Exactly. And pushes them both into the portal. Sue dies because she really put her whole life force into Suicide. I was trying to think of it, but it didn't work. And baby Franklin revives her. Everything is good.
Aww.
He's not us. He's more.
The mid-credit sequence shows a man in a green cloak holding a metal mask talking to Franklin. It's motherfucking Doom. I hope we get a MF Doom song.
Yes, exactly.
Rap snitches telling all their business.
Anyway, that's the movie.
I
really liked it.
I really liked it.
It's
I love the retro vibes. I like the character dynamics.
The chemistry they have as well.
Yes, really good. And the diplomacy of it all I thought was interesting.
And she, like, one of my favourite things
it's a good moral dilemma.
One of my favourite things about the Fantastic Four movies is, like, I think Sue Storm is a wonderful character, and she's slightly different in each of the portrayals, and I feel like this one she's a bit less sexualized. She does look very sexy, but it's not as much of, oh my god, Jessica Alba is naked.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I mean, she is incredibly beautiful and looks very wonderful naked, but I feel like this version of her
You
is
don't hear me complaining.
Yeah, I feel like this version of her is a bit more focused on motherhood.
Yes,
and like,
it is really good.
And I was sort of having a look at some of the interviews and stuff, and just she, and then Vanessa Kirby was talking about how that was really like a central thing for her, like the experience of motherhood, and especially they've been trying for so long, and
the fact that she's a mother makes her stronger, I think, and it taught me so much about I don't know the how powerful that experience is, and I really hope that as she does in the comics, I really hope that translates.
You know, Pedro Pascal is great. I know there were whispers of people being like, he's too old, but that's just nonsense. So.
And also there is the big elephant in the room. His touchiness. His touching to heal his anxiety, which was a big talking point when we started planning this podcast, and is now, I guess, been overshadowed by fascism in the West.
Do you know what? It doesn't bother me. I don't see it. I think for once it's I don't know.
Because were you familiar with that thing where he liked an Instagram post that said like "fuck all men except for Pedro Pascal"?
Which is cringe. He shouldn't be doing that. That's really embarrassing.
But those are the 2 points that I wanted to bring up.
You done? Moving on to Eddington.
No, we got to move on to the Materialists.
No, that's the last.
Oh, we're doing Materialists last?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a 5-minute discussion of the ugly.
Spoiler alert, it's shit.
What?
Here you go, mate. Go and see the second half. It's shit.
Yeah, I loved it. I don't have enough good things to say about it. I honestly thought it was a 5-star movie until like it got to sort of the third act, and then I'm like, yeah, you're losing me, but that is just you've got to wrap this shit up somehow, and I just don't care.
Yeah, when they were in Times Square, I really did like sort of shut off my brain.
But again,
but it's entertaining. It's entertaining.
I had the same problem with Superman. Where I was just like, oh, you're losing me.
But as superhero movies go, loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Thought it was great.
Wonderful.
Shout out Pedro. Definitely the good.
Oh, by far the good.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
So, my initial plan when we set out to do this pod was 15 minutes on each film with 10-minute intro.
Don't tell me we've done half an hour of that.
We have been recording for 38 minutes on Fantastic Four, and now we've got to get into the big boy.
I am recording this. Fair warning. Is that really necessary? You are a public servant.
Which is Ari Aster's Eddington. Ari Aster's follow-up to Beau is Afraid. He gained his infamy from his short films, notably The Strange Thing About the Johnsons, which we've both seen. It's really good, but I sort of knew what it was about before going into it. I imagine seeing that blind at a film festival would have fucked your head. But yeah, no, nonetheless, really good. Hereditary, I loved. Loved. Midsommar, I really enjoyed it in the cinema, and I've watched it since. We watched it very recently, the director's cut. I'd seen that before you hadn't. And it is one of the best films of the century, in my opinion. It's amazing. And then Beau is Afraid, which I've only seen once, and it took me ages. We watched it this year. I just never got around to watching it. It's such an undertaking.
I hit you with my car.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about it either.
I didn't like it.
I enjoyed it, but I need to rewatch it.
So I think for me, the first hour I thought was amazing.
Of Beau.
Yeah. Like that. Just and he's just running around and people are like attacking him, and like he's leaving his house.
And I think that was a short film, right, that he had done or he'd worked on that he expanded. And the initial short film was just about a guy stuck in his flat trying to do the shit that he's doing.
It rings a bell. I think for me,
off the top of my head, I think that's true.
The ambition with Ari Aster far outweighs how good
The
it is,
execution.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, he is very much a
He's
Charlie,
on tenterhooks, I'll say that.
Charlie Kaufman. That's what he sort of turned into.
I'm
where you know
intrigued
you're getting yourself in for a bit of a head fuck. However, Eddington, I think, is relatively straightforward.
Yeah,
What's your initial thoughts? We saw it at the cinema in August or whenever it came out.
So I think for me, the first 2 hours, I was totally on board.
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing out loud, like laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty rare that I was going to say a non-comedy movie, but I don't watch comedy movies.
Yeah, and I think this is a comedy.
Yeah, for sure. The first 2 hours I thought were excellent. Like, I was so on board. And then the last act just sort of...
Yes. I have similar feelings, except I like it more than you do.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is by no means perfect. I've seen people calling it a masterpiece. I don't think it is.
Going back and watching Midsummer, I'm
Midsummer
like,
is a masterpiece.
Wrong.
It's sort of a crazy festival. Special ceremonies and dressing up.
That sounds fun.
So should we do a plot recap of Eddington? Because like I said, it is a big boy. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I need it. I haven't thought about this nor looked into it since I saw it. So
this is Eddington, set in the small town of Eddington, New Mexico during the pandemic. Sheriff Joe Cross decides to run for mayor against Ted Garcia, the current mayor. So Joe Cross, played by Joaquin, star of Beau is Afraid. And Ted Garcia is our main man today, Pedro Pascal.
And as we walk towards the next term, I'm ready to continue leading our town and fighting the pandemic and the racial and economic inequities that COVID-19 only made worse.
Joe believes that American freedoms are being infringed upon, whereas Ted, running a tech-focused campaign, is wanting to build a data center in Eddington. So this data center that is trying to be built is pretty much the heart of the movie. That and COVID-19. We should say it's set in 2020.
it is. I have never seen anything that has transported me back to 2020 as hard as this. Like, I was shocked.
Yeah, it's really
It does an amazing job.
That scene of him getting a COVID test that's in the trailers. If you want to get a vibe for this movie, I think the trailer does it justice. Meanwhile, Joe lives with his wife Louise, played by Emma Stone, star of every single Yorgos Lanthimos movie ever made and that ever will be made. Shout out star of Halkias. And her mother Dawn. Dawn is played by Deirdre O'Connell.
I wish she was more like, have you been saying your prayers?
Oh, Alicia Witt.
Yeah.
Mwah. Mwah.
Love you.
Are you still saying your prayers?
Louise invites cult leader Vernon, played by my boyfriend, my soon-to-be husband.
Can we talk about Caught Stealing just quick?
Oh, Caught Stealing, so
A
good.
fucking
So
movie.
good.
Anyway, it's always an Austin Butler summer, man. He's another guy that's booked and busy.
He's booked and busy and has one of the best agents in the world.
Keep seeing those little grey pants.
And also, I know it's not going to happen, but it always will, his American Psycho with Luca Guadagnino.
If that doesn't happen, I'm killing myself. I'm telling you.
No, it will happen. It's happening in my heart. So yeah, Louise, so many names in this. Joe's wife invites Vernon for dinner where he talks about sort of Pizzagate-esque conspiracy theories, a lot of satanic paedophiles, a lot of what the right wing in America is talking about.
I thought this was a good idea that they didn't do anything
I will say off the bat, I think Vernon's really underwritten and really
that character,
unfocused.
Those characters I thought were fascinating and played really well into that. Because COVID was probably the most conspiratorial time in recent memory.
And this is what it's highlighting.
And when you find out more about her character as well, that is like, I don't get why they just sort of wrote them out.
Yeah, so he's talking about conspiracy theories and like child sexual abuse and his own abuse that Joe, you can tell Joe's not buying into. Whereas Dawn and Louise, the people they're both conspiracy theorists. Dawn especially, the mother, is hardcore.
But again, when you find out what she's been hiding, it's like,
Is that praying?
Meanwhile, Ted's son Eric and his friends.
He was good. I like the kids were great.
And his friends Brian and Sarah.
Is she the blonde girl?
Sarah's the blonde girl.
The like love interest. Yeah.
And they get involved in Black Lives Matter protests in the town.
Again, that was all done really well.
Yes, because it's such a small town and it is so quaint and it's so funny. One of the cops is
it's comical, isn't it?
Yes,
like
it is. She tries to get the local cop Michael, who is
the black guy, her ex-boyfriend,
and colleague of Joe Cross. He's one of Joe's deputies. They sort of argue, and she's like, "You should see this," like, you know, trying to outwoke him. Meanwhile, after this, I think Vernon plants ideas in Joe's head, and it sort of comes between him and his wife. And then Joe accuses Ted Garcia, who used to date his wife, by the way, of sexual abuse, and he comes out with a video claiming that.
Oh. That video you make,
yes,
right? Yeah,
and it's again, it reminds you of like an Alex Jones, like just a crazy. These crazy people use this.
We need to free each other's hearts.
She denies it and then runs off with Vernon. And she comes out, makes her own video denying that Ted Garcia raped her. Joe then bumps into Ted complaining about a noise complaint. Joe seeks out Ted, rather.
That's a good scene.
Yeah, about a noise complaint. Ted Garcia slaps Joe, and Joe sort of loses it and shoots Ted and his son Eric, and then stage it as an Antifa attack by spraying like "No justice, no peace."
That was shocking. That like again
because he's like on a long range rifle, right?
I was like, Aster, he knows how to do a mic drop moment, and that was a great one, really good. I was like gagged.
And now Georgia loses all interest in this movie that she built up for, because again, it's an Ari Aster film.
But
it has to have a wacky ending.
And I'm just like, I'm seeing this now, and I'm like, I remember that bit. And then I'm like, I remember a flamethrower.
Meanwhile, some Antifa super soldiers are on a private plane to Eddington.
Again, what is that? Like, bizarre.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, are we doing this?
Why?
Meanwhile, Officer Butterfly Jimenez, who is, I think he's Butterfly implies that he's like native, right? But Jimenez sounds Mexican, so I don't know. I can't remember if he gets brought up where he's from. But he gets involved.
Oh,
I think on private.
He's the neighbouring.
Where Joe kills Ted and his son is on
the border
of their land, so they're sort of fighting over whose land it is to investigate.
And it's quite funny seeing the difference between this guy and Joe. Joe is just
so incompetent
a nut job and just
job.
Like a complete dipshit.
Yes.
No, it's not. I was just at a residence right back there, and that is Sevier County.
Joe frames Michael, his co-worker, the black cop, for the murder and jails him, but not for long, as he's freed by the Antifa super soldier terrorists. Do you remember this?
It's ringing bells.
So Joe and his colleague Guy, who's another one of the cops, find Michael in the desert, and he's trying to stop them from coming.
Do not come.
But an explosion goes off when they try and get near him.
I'm gonna come.
And it kills Guy and wounds Michael. Back in Eddington, because it's on the outskirts of Eddington where they find him, they walk back into Eddington, and Joe is attacked by Antifa super soldiers, the Antifa guys, where they're on a private plane. So I guess that's like the conspiracy theory that these people are like government plants and they have more of connections than just being a bunch of morons on signal chats. Joe is shot and stabbed in the head by these people, but Brian saves them, and he shoots off the Antifa super soldier.
Which one's Brian?
Brian is the kid that is trying to get with Sarah, the girl.
Oh, the other kid.
The other kid who's like, I think he gets called a retard, right? I think that's Brian.
I think that was the line that got the whole cinema burst out laughing. Like that was when he's at dinner with his parents, right? Gold. But he's like pretending to be
Yes, of course, he's
right?
like a grifter. Yeah. Brian, shoots the guy, and then sort of becomes like this Kyle Rittenhouse sort of media influencer figure by the end of the film.
Isn't he then like a right-wing grifter?
Yeah, he's a right-wing grifter, and he's like a sort of figure for... He becomes like an influencer, I think.
Right.
And then we flash forward 1 year later. And Joe is the mayor of Eddington, and Dawn, his stepmother, is sort of his mouthpiece because Joe is, from his attack, sort of left paralysed and unable to speak. Yes.
Right.
And basically, Dawn is like, yeah, we welcome this new data centre to Eddington.
Right.
And you sort of see it in his eyes. And Joe learns that Louise is pregnant with Vernon's child.
Wow.
And that is Eddington.
So we vote Joe Cross, take back our community. Hell yeah. Save our soul.
It's messy. It's really, really
The
messy.
third act is just, it's ridiculous. Like when I'm listening to that, I'm like getting frustrated all over again because I'm just like, I didn't think it was a good payoff. Did you?
No, I don't like the Antifa shit.
Yeah, I
and
feel
it's not
like
just because
when you kill...
I'm an anti-fascist, but I just think it was pretty badly done.
Yeah, and when you kill off the main adversary, like almost halfway...
That is such Ari Aster
Yeah,
shit.
no, absolutely. And there's interesting stuff that you can do with that. So shift the focus entirely to Austin Butler. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's weird.
I've got so basically, if you break down the characters, because it's such a character-heavy
there's so
film.
many characters.
There's so many characters, and they all stand for different things, I guess. So like Joe Cross, the sheriff. Did you like Joaquin?
Yeah.
I don't think Joaquin can put a foot wrong.
No, when
I think
he is
he's
following through with his movies.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
So
but, no, I thought he was excellent, and he captures
that paranoia and that distrust of government.
Fucking
because his whole
dipshit,
thing
like...
is wanting to maintain his individual freedom and control of his life and Eddington.
Yeah.
He is an asthma sufferer.
Yes.
So takes issue with Ted Garcia's mask mandate, and that is a big thing in the film that. He's constantly coughing or reaching for his asthma pump. And he has COVID because he gets attacked by the homeless guy at the start who's like coughing, right?
Yeah.
And like the guy coughs in his face.
That's when the bar,
Yes.
right? Yeah. It's like Dennis when he gets COVID.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so he's sort of the model for the new American conservative.
Yeah.
Which is this sort of libertarian idea of
I was
freedom.
going to say, it reminds me of Ron Swanson.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
rewatching
That
Parks
is,
and
like,
Rec.
It's a weird genre of conservatism. That
Individualistic
distrust of
and-
government,
yeah.
any higher governmental control, just
You can't tell me what to
freaking out.
do.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is my town. I'm sheriff. You can't sort of touch me.
And it's also the dipshit sheriff, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he
100%.
he's a buffoon. He's an idiot. He doesn't know how to do anything.
And he's trying so desperately to cling on to the power he has.
Yeah.
His mother-in-law, who he lives with, super conspiratorial, and we learn that her dad was the old sheriff of Eddington and kept things, you know.
Do you mean her husband?
Oh yeah, her husband,
Yeah.
Emma Stone's father.
Yeah. And he
Yeah.
was, the two of them have been covering up
Yes.
the fact that the dad sexually assaulted.
Yes, very much. And that is one of the main themes of the film, is this generational trauma.
And again, I love, like, Emma Stone and to a certain extent Austin Butler, like, I loved that. I thought that was so interesting,
Yes.
and it just didn't go anywhere.
Your pain is not a coincidence. You are not a coincidence. We are not a coincidence.
Yes, it's that preying on these vulnerable people. That's what Austin Butler seems to be doing. He's telling people exactly what they want to hear.
Who was he meant to be?
Christopher Abbott, whoever initially signed on for it, I think. I love Austin Butler, but again, I would be interested to see what Abbott does. I like Christopher Abbott as well, but I'm not sure he has the source for it.
Yeah, I think the weird California Manson-esque.
Yeah.
I think that works for Austin Butler,
It does.
but I just think he was underused.
Yeah, because he is the internet itself personified as a person. He's charismatic. He's telling people what they want to hear. He's validating the opinions of these lonely individuals who...
Cult behaviour.
Cult behaviour, yeah. And it's these small bubbles. That's what Ari Aster describes it. Everyone's in a small bubble in the world now.
Pardon the pun.
Especially on the internet as well.
Well, and also bubbles themselves were a thing
Yeah,
for
exactly.
COVID.
Yeah. And it's just this isolationist sort of
Yeah, and like
idea.
sometimes those things converge, but then also you have the plot line that Joe is desperate to have a child.
Yes.
And then she doesn't, she's not interested. Like, he's watching like a YouTube video at the beginning that's like how to convince your partner to have a baby. And like, and then you find out obviously that she's pregnant with
Vernon's
baby, and then
again, it's just that idea
him...
of that trauma getting passed down.
Yeah.
It's passed down to her by her mother. Louise is a very interesting character.
It seems kind of weird to cast Emma Stone and then not do anything with her.
Yeah, it does. She's just the victim of the film, I think. It's this idea of, in politics and in life, well-intentioned people get caught in these crosshairs and get scooped up by these ideas. And again, it's just validation of feelings. It's finding solace in an echo chamber, is what I wrote down in my notes. It's Dawn, her mother, and it's just getting these ideas bounced back to you and your feelings of fear.
Trying to make sense of trauma.
And when those feelings get validated, it's the same with churches, it's the same with anyone that's stuck in an ambulance chaser. These people are so desperate and so vulnerable to feel companionship in this isolation, especially in COVID when people are divided.
Physical isolation
as well on top of it. And a lot of people in that time with the, Pizzagate and QAnon shit got swept up by the internet, and I think it's very interesting. Vernon's character, this someone who comes along and just validates your feelings. People get caught up in it and lost in it, and don't address the trauma of a situation.
Yeah.
Looking into some of the things that are, in this film that hadn't been in my algorithm, unfortunately added them to my algorithm, because once you start Googling it, you start seeing more and more things that really, so it's a real rabbit hole very quickly. So unfortunately, I'm still getting fed some crazy shit.
Yeah, so Ted Garcia, Pedro Pascal, is the modern Democrat.
Oh, yeah.
He is a Democrat through and through.
Even, he does, when he's talking, he's got the hand gestures.
He's so smarmy, self-serving.
But also, he's rich as fuck.
Yes, yeah,
and
absolutely.
You see the homeless man, but, as it stands, Eddington seems like quite an affluent...
I don't know.
Or maybe the wealth disparity is quite large, because someone like Ted Garcia, he's got this fucking humongous Calabasas ass estate.
Yeah,
it feels like Ted Garcia is massively outlying.
Oh no, he is a well off. And he's exactly who people like Joe Cross fear. The fear of government corruption post-Nixon in America is crazy. And these people just do not want to get screwed over again. And the Joe Cross and, the Democrats in whole are so corrupt. And he's sort of taking this money for this data center and shilling it when it's clearly self-serving and self-interest, had nothing to do with Eddington. It's just career politics.
Yeah.
And he's a hypocrite as well. He preaches this mask mandate, but multiple times he's not seen wearing masks. He doesn't often wear a mask in the film.
The only time he chastises his kid for going out, and he was like, if someone saw you, it's no, you're not doing it because...
He's so neglectful of his son. He's he presents this compassionate figure politically, but then when you hear him talk to his son, there's not a lot of love
You
there.
are the extension of my campaign.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it,
when my son and me woke up one morning to find that my wife, his mother, had abandoned us, without a note, without a word, we were devastated.
And the infamous scene that was in the trailer, which is sort of, I guess, the scene that sums up Joe and Ted, is when they meet outside, and it's sort of like that Wild West scene. And it's windy and blustery, and Ted steps forward and Joe's 6 foot, and he steps again. And just showing again that Ted Garcia, he doesn't believe in these things. It's all politics. It's all, which, again, is a valid criticism of the handling of that pandemic.
I think I would love it to have been, and I think the trailer gave this impression that it was going to be more of a modern day Western, and I think that would have worked better. And I've seen people call it the modern day Western, but I get what you mean. I think in iconography, but I haven't watched a lot of Westerns, so I don't really know how they're structured or anything. But I get the impression they're not like
that. Yeah, no, there's loads of Antifa super.
Yeah.
Oh, say her name. Okay, because I think you're the one that doesn't want it. Is that what you think? Well, I tell you what I think, Ted. Okay, I used to think that you were some big deal. But now I realize, and I can tell you flat out to your face, that I am a much better human being than you, and I'm going to make a better and stronger and more honest leader than you. So let's just let the voters decide.
In that scene that I was talking about, with the standoff, if you will, it wasn't supposed to be windy on that day, and the weather sort of changed on a dime, and they loved it because the entire scene, Joaquin Phoenix is he was so worried his hat was going to blow away. I watched an interview, and he was sort of holding on to it, and he was like, yeah, it's a good sort of representation of Joe's
trying to cling on
to this power that is getting blown away. And yeah, I found that really interesting.
Funny how little happenstances can actually...
Yeah, definitely. And when you can learn to roll with it. So yeah, you mentioned the kids, and they were really good.
I thought
Brian,
that
Sarah,
side of it was done so well.
Ted Garcia's kid, Eric Garcia. Yes, and Brian is that, what you mentioned earlier, like political grifter. It's basically doing anything to fight the loneliness.
Left wing to get pussy, and then
Yes, exactly.
right wing when it
and
dried up.
Yeah. 100%, and that is it. And when he's talking about these things, he clearly doesn't have an ideology. He's a kid.
No.
A lot of these people, I think, were doing it, especially in... I went to BLM protests in COVID, but I've been protested before. And, it's just weird. I think, I'm sure it influenced me to go out, was that sense of, I've been cooped up for so fucking long.
And also feeling like you need to be a part of something
you
that
need to
stands
fight
up.
this injustice.
Yeah.
And 100%.
Especially when you're surrounded by people who don't, and people who not only allow this behaviour but perpetuate it.
Yes.
It is like, well...
Sarah is sort of the SJW, I guess, for one of a better term. It's a satirization of the SJW.
The SJW term has fallen out of fashion, but
and it's
back in the day...
I wrote down it's embarrassing to look back on.
Oh yeah.
These sort of 2016-isms. Again, I think that revitalised in 2020. And up until last year, people were saying, well, I think Chapo Trap House said 2016 forever. It was sort of, everyone was stuck in this. And it's that sort of horrible Democrat liberal division, or like the need to divide people.
But America has always been like that.
The refusal to discuss these things, not to get on like a Charlie Kirk sort of, we need to have debates.
Rest
but
in peace,
that sort of
Brian.
shutting down of ideas. When she's talking to Michael, you can see she's not really trying to learn.
She's just regurgitating.
Yeah, she's not trying to learn where he's at and trying to reason with him. It's more of a sense of a chastising.
You're not doing this, therefore...
Yeah. Michael, I think, as well as a character, is really underbaked.
Which one was that?
The black cop. I think because they tried to get ideas of this whole being a black cop during the Black Lives Matter protests. Like, interesting, but it's really undercut.
Again, the whole thing of them being like, oh, there's BLM protests here and they're like tracking it almost as it sort of goes across the country. But again, all of these ideas, I'm just like, the payoff wasn't there.
I completely, I get what you mean, and I think some of it was undercut.
But it's 2 hours and 25 minutes. Like, is it going to be like Midsummer?
It's just such a big idea to execute, and it's a real big undertaking. I feel like it should have been slightly more focused on something and not. But
I sort of thought when Ted Garcia died, I thought that we were wrapping it up, and then it went on for like another hour, and I was like, what? Why?
No, totally. What I did like about the movie, I will say this, is it's not a good versus evil or like a Democrat versus Republican, sort of red versus blue idea. It's more just about these small bubbles of people all fighting sort of loneliness and all coming from personal angles and just division, I think. More than anything, it's about division. It's not like, oh, these dipshits didn't wear masks, or these dipshits were wearing masks in the car. It's not that sort of thing, I don't think.
No.
I think it's more of a...
It's more how your political ideology means that you navigate.
Again, just...
Your political ideology and your trauma and your life and your experience of life and how that dictates the way that you navigate these situations. And I don't think anyone quite knew how they were going to...
And especially during physical isolation, like you said, people were just craving connection.
Yeah.
And a lot of the places they found connection were in politics and were in, for all intents and purposes, radical right-wing politics.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say like BLM was radically left-wing, but it wasn't. This will be my last point, and then we'll leave Eddington. Because it's such a big movie to tackle, and not one that I find completely compelling, to be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of like even talking about it, I'm like, oh, look, you don't get it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It is.
It's hard because I like Harry Aster, and I can see the idea, and I'm sitting here as if I have a bone of talent in my body, but
no, I get you, but you're allowed to criticise.
Yeah, and I don't think that I'm alone in this. I think... I mean, Beau is Afraid was always going to be...
Beau is Afraid, again, I think Mark Kermode's review of Eddington, he was saying, if you make Hereditary and Midsommar and you make a studio that amount of money, you should be allowed to make one for you. You know what I mean? Fuck it, make it 3-hour epic. Get it out.
Yeah.
And then, fuck it, let's make some not make some money, but let's make something a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
But this,
what with Eddington?
This, I mean, but I can't
The thing
fight
is,
it
it
because
was a crowd pleaser. Like for the first, like I keep
people
saying 2
really
hours,
liked
but it
it.
wasn't. It was about an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah.
The cinema was so on board.
Up until
and
Ted
we were all on
Garcia,
board. Yeah.
I think
That is the pinpoint.
turning point of the movie, where after Ted's murder.
What was your?
Oh, my final point was just tech always wins.
Yeah.
No matter what,
Mm-hmm.
the rich keep getting richer, baby.
Mm-hmm.
There's no outcome no one wins in this other than the tech company who get to build their data center.
Yeah.
And technology in the movie Eddington is pivotal in the story. These smartphones are sort of used as weapons, I think Harry Aster described it as.
That makes sense.
Because you can ruin a man's day, or you can do the right thing, and you can be kind, and you can free his heart.
It's a Western, but being fought on the internet.
And
he's
you're
filming everything.
Yeah. When he's doing his little like speeches and shit on Instagram. That's, yeah.
And that is his weapon, is social media and is his mobile phone. So yeah, Eddington, I would really recommend watching it. I've just spoiled the entire movie.
Get a DC?
No.
You don't?
I don't think so.
I'm just
curious. I don't really fucking care about this movie.
I don't.
But when I was researching the other day, I was like, I actually really like Eddington, and now I'm here and I'm talking about it with you. I'm like, it's kind of ass. It's not ass, but it's not a masterpiece.
I think we have just also rewatched Midsommar, and I think...
Yeah, and I've only seen Eddington once, I'll say that. And I came out of the cinema liking it, and I did my research liking it, but now talking through it now, I'm like, kind of gay.
Yeah.
Kind of whack.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm trying to avoid politics as well at the moment, as much as I can, because I'm...
And for you, that's like, just a normal level of...
Yeah, I've got really into app games. Not watching YouTube.
Would you like to talk about a movie that's even better than Eddington?
Certainly the bad. Certainly. I think Eddington's the ugly.
Do you?
I think this is the bad.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I agree, actually.
Sometimes ugly girls are lovely.
He just say what I think he said.
Materialists is very bad. It's a very bad movie.
No, I find it insidious. I find it very insidious.
I was really looking forward to this because...
We were so hyped.
Spoiler alert, I have a little thing for Dakota Johnson. I may have mentioned it once or twice on this podcast.
I
like Dakota Johnson.
I do too, but yeah.
She's also insanely hot as well.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I have such a crush on Dakota Johnson. I think she's so... I love Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, so do I.
I think she's fabulous. I love Dakota Johnson. My queen, my wife, my betrothed, Dakota Johnson.
My Madame Web. Madame indeed. Mummy Web. Shout out to Dakota Johnson. This film was fucking garbage.
Hey, are you single? I'm a matchmaker. Give me a call if you want to meet somebody.
One of the most depressing cinema experiences of my adult life.
As soon as it started, I was like, this is shit.
But no,
Dakota Johnson she's not a great actress. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge she's not a great actress, but
we literally, what did we go to see?
moly.
Maybe it was one of the other ones, like a week before this came out, and we saw the trailer, and I leaned over to you, and I was like, is this movie going to be ass? And you
your
were
dad
like,
saw it in New York before
months
it came,
ago.
yeah, and was like, it's terrible. We were like, oh, what does he know? Like,
you don't get it. Like,
you don't get it.
You're just an idiot boomer.
Yeah.
It's not your target audience.
No,
it wasn't our target audience either. I don't know who the target audience for this is.
I think me love pizza millennials a bit.
Yeah.
Single women in there.
Well, Mark Commode loved it. It's a bit of an age thing, I think. It's just
It's so dated.
It had nothing to say.
So
and
this,
all the reviews were like a witty and insightful look into modern dating. I was like, is it?
Turns out, guys, modern women, they take into account height. It's like no shit.
Money.
Oh, do I pick the rich man who I always stable
He's suave,
and he's suave
but
and he's
we don't
handsome.
really have a connection.
Oh, I love this guy that's covered in grease.
Bummy little
fucking dressing like he's about to take a Bruce Springsteen album cover.
Well, who would you
ass.
pick?
I would have picked. What if I was Dakota Johnson?
Yeah.
I would have stayed in, fingered myself silly.
That's the
What's a couple inches?
So the plot is, I haven't written anything down. I did no research on the
I
material.
read the plot when I was in the toilet earlier. That's
So
about all it is.
she is a matchmaker for a matchmaking company.
Eternal Bachelorette. 'Cause she's so
always the
committed to-
bridesmaid, never the bride. And she comes in and celebrates her like 9th wedding. They're getting married.
And then
she
the bride has second thoughts.
and she
then...
talks her down because she is that bitch.
But it's just like, it's the most vapid,
It is.
disgusting, elitist, like...
And it's also like, for a movie that's semi-taken, it's not the fucking Wedding Singer, right? But I think the Wedding Singer has more like understanding of this. Like Robbie's speeches in the Wedding Singer, I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I'm not anti rom-coms. I like a rom-com.
Yeah.
And I quite like to get a bit gushy. But fuck that in this.
I didn't like The Wedding Singer, but I'd watch that over this any day.
So she goes to like, is it a wedding or like a dress? It's
a wedding.
And she meets Pedro Pascal and he's like, well, I'm Pedro Pascal, I'm sexy.
Again, he's
what was his character that he's like, rich?
Yeah.
I wouldn't date you if I didn't see value. I'm not like my brother. I'm not looking for the nicest, prettiest rich girl who likes me back. I'm looking for someone who understands the game, how the world works. I'm looking for someone I respect and trust. Someone who knows more than me.
And then she goes outside and bumps into a guy, and it's like, oh, it's Chris Evans, and he's working catering at the wedding.
Her
And he's like,
ex-boyfriend, a failed actor, because she was a
and
failed actor as well.
And they fought in a car in New York because they couldn't afford
$20 parking
and
ticket.
she's like, I need to find a man who can pay for my parking. And then they
It wasn't even sexy.
No.
There was one sex scene.
No.
And they cut away after they started kissing.
And you can't usually keep that girl's clothes on.
I literally looked over to you and I was like, I feel like someone has ripped my leg off and asked me to eat it. Like, what the fuck do you mean I've got to sit through this nonsense? I don't even get to see any genitals.
Yeah, ridiculous movie.
What an awful, awful piece of garbage.
So yeah, it's very predictable, yada yada yada.
Did you know he had height surgery? And men,
okay, so this is
men are so desperately obsessed with height.
He was like 5'6", and it's
I
one
was
of
in
the
the toilet
worst
at this
plot
point.
devices in any movie ever. And he got incel leg lengthening surgery. And she's like, he's like, would you have paid me any attention if I was this height? And you're in the toilet at this point, and it's the worst scene in the movie.
What I found though was that, because you were explaining the scene to me, and I was like, no, I saw that scene, and you were like, no, you didn't, and I was like, every scene is just nothing is said. Everyone says the same thing for like 2 minutes, and it's like I went to the toilet and came back, and you were like, you missed it, and I was like, no, I saw that. I just didn't see that scene.
Yeah, so he like
I already knew this information.
He like squats down, and it's like his usual height, and he's like shortened. He's like, this is how tall I was. It's like, what the fuck am I watching?
You want to know how many inches?
Yeah.
6.
You were 5'6" before?
People like Past Lives, which I haven't seen.
I haven't seen that either, and it's supposed to be amazing.
But
I've heard really, really amazing things.
This, I was just like,
No,
Celine song.
utter shite.
Well, again, both of these movies were A24.
Yeah.
Is A24 dead? I would like to do an episode on A24 and Neon, because I think
Yeah, A24 is...
Bring Her Back, I was like, oh, we are back. A24's back.
Yeah.
A24, stick to the fucking horror movies.
Yeah, no, it's outgrown
It's
what A24 was.
dire.
It used to be just soy horror.
Even like
and I quite liked
Waves
this.
and like
Oh, Waves was great.
indie, like that shit, like
Yeah.
that was great. Whatever this is, I'm like, I'm not doing this
Yeah,
anymore.
really, it relied so hard on marketing, and when you go and see the movie, it's just absolute nothing. It's like a movie that you'd catch on like Lifetime in like 2008.
But again, it's just like, maybe I'm not seeing the movie for what it was, but I was just looking at the Wikipedia page earlier, and the reviews were all like, "Oh, you know, such a witty and insightful
Yeah,
look
I
into
think it's
modern
made for
dating." And I'm like,
dipshits.
"Is it?"
It's
like,
not.
and there's the scene obviously where one of the dates, the woman gets sexually assaulted, and then it's like she feels bad, and then she tries to go and talk to her, and why are you doing?
Why are we doing this in a rom-com?
And then the boss is just like, "Oh well, par for the course, you know, this shit happens."
This
and
shit
it's
happens, fuck it, we ball.
like, okay,
Yeah.
well, what point are we making here? What is the statement of this movie? That we're all shallow and all we care about is money and height and
but also true love can be a conventionally attractive man who works in the
But again,
in
at the
an industry
end,
that isn't banking.
he's like, "Do you want to make a bad financial decision?" And then proposes to her, and she's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You're gonna be divorced within a year. You don't like this man.
But,
you don't respect this man."
Emphasize how little I connected with the characters.
No,
I just
awful.
do not care.
Awful.
Dakota Johnson is terrible.
Pedro Pascal was doing his best to be suave business guy, but again, Dakota Johnson, like, you can give her a right role like Suspiria and she's fucking amazing, but give her the wrong role and she is fucking dire.
She is
and
awful.
she is terrible.
She's really bad.
If the girl asks for a tall drink of water with a salary over 500 grand, always Mr. Right, you deliver.
And then the fucking turf showed up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm
What turf?
Dasher."
Oh, Dash is in this movie.
Which was just like,
Yeah, I forgot about
guys,
that.
are we doing this really?
Very odd.
And you know, like the
decision.
POVs where they're like, "I want this in a woman, and I want this in a woman." I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah, it's not saying. I haven't even been on the dating scene ever.
No.
We've been together since I was a child.
Yeah.
And like, I know that this is what dating's like just because I have conversations and I have
Well, and
social
just 'cause
media.
you're not like
it's so obvious and so like boring.
there was nothing insightful or funny.
No, I didn't find it funny in the fucking slightest.
I don't think there was any bit that made me. I maybe got like one laugh.
I laughed when he squatted, but just because it was stupid.
Well, I wasn't there for that, so.
You were going.
I was having the slowest piss. Usually when I go for a wee, I'm like running out, pissing as quick as I can and running back in, and that was a lovely day. I was waiting.
I remember going to. I think I went to the toilet about 3 times in John Wick, whatever the last one was.
4.
4, because it was about 5 days long, and I just kept vaping, and I was just like, I don't want to go back. Are you done on the Materialists?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm making myself depressed talking about this all over again.
We promised them love, but the math doesn't add up.
How did you find recording?
Yeah, it's getting back into the swing of it. Not promising what's going to come next week because I've stopped promising.
Yeah, we need to stop making promises we can't keep. So you'll get an episode on something at some point in the future.
Hell yeah.
Unless we die, which, touch wood, we don't. Thank you for sticking around and being patient with us. We've had a lot of people ask, when's the episode? We're like, what happened to the podcast? We really liked it. I've had at least 3 people tell me that. So
100. Our adoring fans.
Our adoring fans, which are people Jordan works with. And shout out. I'll bleep that. No one needs to know where you work.
Bleep. I'm getting
And
fired,
shout
man.
out to some of my friends, my online friends.
Thank you so
I
much.
view them as real life friends.
Online friends. Incel.
I had leg
You
extension.
have your echo chamber.
You know what? I would honestly consider leg lengthening surgery if I wasn't already 6 foot.
Yeah.
But
As you are, you
people
don't need
in
to
my
worry about
life
that.
know, and as some of you listeners, you probably hear my voice and go, "Yeah, 6'2", probably hunky, huge
muscly,
penis."
Hassan.
Well, yeah. Just because I said huge penis.
No.
No.
Tall, hunky, brown.
But I am, I'm just a normal guy. I'm just a normal
Pedro
6 foot
Pascal.
average guy who has a great interest in films and will be recording film podcasts until the day I die. It's hopefully long in the future. Friends, thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. Have a great week.
Have a great week.
Speak to you soon.
And see you soon. Ta-ra.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I don't like these movies.
Get real.
But I saw that movie 20 goddamn times!
Just consume product. I watch my movies. Yeah, my movies are just fun.
Having so much fun! And really?
Oh, this movie's too complicated.
So once again, no smoking, just theater.